Hi, this is Wiz. Welcome to my channel and welcome to episode 2 of the road to my next Audi. As you may know, I'm gonna sell my Tesla and coming back home to Audi, and with this series of videos I'm exploring a couple of Audis I would like to have. And today it's a pretty great one. Ladies and gentlemen, the Audi RS6 Performance. So thanks to an Instagram follower, today I have the opportunity and the chance to drive this Audi RS6 Performance. The Performance model has 605 horsepower coming from the V8 4-liter as opposed to 560 on the regular RS6 version. As you can see, this one has a camo wrap. Whether you like it or not, no one can deny you don't go unnoticed with it. But it fits very well with the spirit of the RS6. With the new RS6 C8 just around the corner, the C7 model, this one, has become pretty interesting as a used car. I think it would fit into my budget. What do you think? Do you see me driving an RS6? Possibly Performance model? Also keep in mind that for my sales job, driving my car around the French-speaking part of Switzerland, I'm gonna do a lot of kilometers and I have to think about the fuel consumptions and the overall cost of owning such a car. That is something important I have to keep in mind. Looking at the interior, this car is pretty much fully optioned. Some things I really love, I don't know if I can render it on camera, is the blue accents on the carbon fiber trim. That's really beautiful. Also some blue accents on the RS Sport seats, leather and Alcantara. I do prefer this combination of leather and Alcantara rather than the full leather one. Head-up display and the full Bang & Olufsen sound system. So it is time to drive this Audi RS6 Performance, because at the end the most important thing when you watch a video about this car is to drive it. The exterior, we know it. This is an iconic RS model. It's one of the most beautiful RS Audi ever made, and I have to say that I had the chance to drive this car, not this exact one, but the RS6 Performance a couple of years ago, and I was blown away by the performance and also by the exhaust noise. We're gonna go first on comfort, and you can barely hear the engine in comfort mode. The car is very quiet, very smooth, but yet you can feel the power. but let's say that is a very nice daily when you set it up in comfort mode. This car has the adaptive suspensions, it has the differential, the quattro differential, and it has the dynamic steering wheel. The steering wheel will adjust based on the speed of the car. So driving in comfort mode, it's a very easy everyday car. But then when you go on dynamic, this is where you can see the other face of the RS6. It basically become a beast. No engine sound, very smooth. Suspensions are very smooth. Now we're gonna go in dynamic and manual. This is how you should drive this car. And you can hear already the exhaust sound. Then you have a second car. You have basically a sports car. Very aggressive, very noisy. Driving a Tesla for a couple of months now, I have to admit that I was missing these exhaust notes. You don't have that in a Tesla. You got something else, like the instant torque and acceleration. And I have to say that I drove this car just a couple of kilometers, but I have the impression that the push I get from my Tesla when I accelerate is very similar to this one. Of course, I would take the RS6 every day over the Tesla. Don't get me wrong. In dynamic mode, suspensions become very stiff. I wouldn't drive every day in dynamic, especially on normal traffic conditions like now, because I don't want to say it's undrivable. This is not true, but it's very, very, very flat, very stiff. And also the pedal response when you accelerate becomes also very, very quick, very reactive. It is not as reactive as an electric car like my Tesla, but this is very reactive. Basically in dynamic mode everything becomes stiffer. Then you got the individual mode where you can set up every single component the way you want. The noise. Wow. This car is so addictive. You just want to drive. Just want to play with the bangs, cracks and bangs from the exhaust. Would I buy this car? Of course I would buy this car. Of course. Should I listen to my heart only? I would buy this car today, because this car got everything. You get space, you get room for your luggage, you can comfortably have 5 people traveling with you on road trips, and you get a car with 2 faces. You have a car that is very quiet and really can be driven as a daily when you drive in comfort mode, and then you have a proper beast when you drive in sport mode, dynamic on the drive selector. So this car ticks a lot of boxes. The only one that it wouldn't probably tick for me is talking about, as I was saying previously, I need my car for my job. I need to drive every day a lot of kilometers, go to meet customers, and the RS6, I'm not sure that is the perfect car for that, because it's gonna cost a lot of money, talking about petrol, insurance, taxes. So it's the opposite of my Tesla. This is the other range of the spectrum. But other than that, this car got everything. I mean, come on, it's the RS6. It's an iconic car, and I like it a lot. And it has the top of the art Bang & Olufsen option with those little tweeters that stands out every time you turn on the car. But do you really need that expensive sound system when you have this? Let me know in the comment, what do you think about the RS6 C7, and what do you think about the brand new RS6 C8 that has just been presented now? The same engine but revised, 600 horsepower and 800 Newton meters of torque, and also a new RS design in terms of visual aspect. As usual, thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe and activate the notification bell so you get notified whenever I post a new video. This series of the road to my next...
Je rencontre quelques problèmes de connexion. Réessayez dans un moment.
Shut up, Siri. So this series of the road to my next Audi is gonna continue. I have a couple of other Audi I would like to test drive, so stay tuned for future videos. Bye! I really like this car.